Bleached, white skin, red lips that is set in a permanent grin, and a maniacal laugh that will get your hair standing on edge. Batman's arch-nemesis has become a staple in popular culture. Made iconic with Heath Ledger's interpretation and other depictions across media, the Joker is considered one of the greatest comic villains of all time. There is no definite backstory to his origins. His true name is not known, and like the multiverse that he is in, there are different narratives to this persona. In this video, we will take a look at the different origins of the Clown Prince of Crime, the Harlequin of Hate, the Ace of Knaves, and the Jester of Genocide in the DCEU, and as he says, sometimes I remember it one way, sometimes another. If I'm going to have a past, I prefer it to be multiple choice. Origins 1. In Detective Comics 168, the Joker was a laboratory worker who became the Red Hood to aid in his endeavor to retire a rich man. Acting on this, the Red Hood robbed the Monarch playing card factory where he met Batman, and in the ensuing battle, he fell into a vat of chemical waste, emerging with bleached white skin, red lips, emerald green hair, and a permanent grin. Origins 2. The base of most widely cited origin for the Joker is Moore's The Killing Joke, and referred to in Batman the Batman Who Laughs, Batman Three Jokers, and Batman Shadow of the Bat. In this story, the Joker quits his lab assistant job to chase after the dream of being a stand-up comedian, only to fail. In his desperation to support his pregnant wife, he agrees to don the Red Hood and help two criminals break and rob a plant he was a former employee of. While planning for the heist, he was contacted by the police and informed that his wife and unborn child died in an accident. Hearing the news, he was grief-stricken and wanted to back out of the robbery, but was strong-armed into fulfilling his commitment. As soon as they entered the plant, they were caught by security and his two partners were killed in the resulting gunfire. Batman met the lab assistant as he was running away, which led to him jumping over a rail and falling into a vat of chemicals, emerging with bleached white skin, red lips, emerald green hair, and a permanent grin, and combined with the news of his wife and unborn child, massively shifted his personality to give birth to the Joker. Origins 3. Following the above story, the Joker was called Jack in Batman Gotham Knights, with a small change, where Jack's wife was kidnapped and murdered by the two criminals to achieve his submission in joining them to commit the robbery. In the Three Jokers, the narrative changes to The Killing Joke is the Joker's abuse towards his wife, and with the help of Gotham police, she was able to flee to Alaska to escape his abusive father potential. Another version that expanded on the account is Pushback, which suggests that a corrupt policeman working for the mobsters killed the Joker's wife. Origins 4. A different angle to the Joker's origin was reimagined in the second arc of Batman Confidential, where Jack, who is suicidal because of his boring job, becomes a gifted criminal called the Red Hood and eventually abandoning the identity. He encountered Batman during a heist during his Red Hood days and became obsessed with the Caped Crusader. In an attempt to attract Batman's attention, Jack embarked on a crime spree that ended with an injured Lorna Shore, who at the time was dating Bruce Wayne. A vengeful Batman disfigures Jack's face with a batarang, giving him a permanent grin, and then gave his information up to mobsters who tortured him in a chemical plant. When Jack escapes the ordeal, he falls into an empty vat, but when gunfire punctured the chemical tanks hanging above him, a flood of antidepressant chemicals altered his appearance into a clown, and thus Joker was born. Origins 5. Batman Streets of Gotham show flashbacks where a boy named Sonny went to Martha Kane's clinic situated at a foster home and was treated kindly, but during the visit, he witnessed a horrific crime by some mobsters. He got his jaw broken and then infected with a laughing virus by these criminals, but was saved by Kane again. The mobsters then proceeded to firebomb the clinic and injuring the resident doctor. When Sonny attempted to save her, the mobsters were then able to kidnap the boy, took him to their den, and repeatedly abusing him to the point that his broken jaw was aligned, although incorrectly. During this torture, the mobsters also harmed him mentally, taunting him and repeatedly telling him to stop frowning and keep smiling instead. At the end of the evocation, it was made obvious that Sonny becomes the Joker when he grows up. Origins 6. The Joker is depicted as the leader of the Red Hood gang in the first arc of Batman's Zero Year. Claiming to have been inspired by Thomas and Martha Wayne's deaths, he led the gang consisting of average citizens, blackmailed or otherwise, on an anarchical crusade to create chaos in Gotham City. Nigma, who would become the Riddler, hired the Red Hood to attack Bruce Wayne, and this first meeting would lead to a lifelong obsession for the Joker. In a fight with the Batman, he purposely fell into a chemical vat and his body was later recovered but could not be identified. Origins 7. In other recounts of the Joker's origin, the Joker is implied to be centuries old after Batman discovered his use of Dionysium in the Endgame arc. The story also mentioned the Pale Man, who was a serial killer in Gotham City who existed ages before Bruce Wayne became the Batman. He was also the child of an abusive father who broke his nose, a jester of an Egyptian pharaoh, a violent sociopath who tortured animals, murdered his parents, and killed for fun. While in Snyder's Zero Year, we saw a predisfigured Joker who was a criminal mastermind leading a gang of Red Hoods. Variations of the Joker also sees even more alternate versions of the character's origins, but that is content for another video. Psychopath with a genius-level intelligence and a warped and sadistic sense of humor, or an eccentric, harmless prankster and thief, you let us know how you view the Joker. Remember to like, subscribe, and click on the bell icon to be notified of new videos on our channel. See you in our next The Why video.